Hello, my name is David Brown, and today we're going to talk about how to select a running shoe. Now, selecting a running shoe can sometimes seem very daunting, especially since there are so many different styles and colors and brands that are available out there. A variety of runners can fit into many different categories of shoes, and we'll be able to get them into 3 or 4. So the first thing you got to look at is what kind of foot do you have? Now, a good way to know what kind of foot you have is what's called the wet test. Or once you step out of the shower, you want to step onto a paper bag, lift your foot up, and see what kind of shape you see. If you see a very thin line, you know that you have high arches. If you see a very flat line, you know you have flat feet. Most of us fall somewhere in between. But if you know you have very flat feet or high arches, this is going to require a very special shoe, and sometimes even inserts called orthotics. Now, once you know this about your foot, you may want to do some other research, like looking at some of your other running shoes or perhaps some walking shoes. And you want to see where they wear. Do they wear mostly on the outside or mostly on the inside? Do they wear more on the heel or more on the forefoot? And you'll be able to tell right away. On this shoe, and what I'm talking about is you can look at the heel down here or the forefoot up here. I'm talking about the outside of the shoe here, the inside of the shoe here. You can look at wear points on all these spots. So why am I telling you to do all this research? Well, that's the very next step, is to go to a very nice running store. Don't just go to any place to buy your shoes, especially running shoes, but go to a running shoe store. Tell the people there what you found. Now, they may even be able to do some other steps, like have you run on a treadmill and be able to look at your feet and see how your feet land. But at the end of the day, this is a scientific process, and we're trying to find the right shoe that fits you. So, after you go to that running shoe store, decide what kind of budget you have. Also let the people know that. Now, the final thing is also how much are you going to run. If you're training for a marathon or you're just going to be running a few times a week, this could also dramatically affect your choice of shoe and your purchase price. And when you put together what you can afford and what science tells you should buy, you should be able to know what running shoe you should select.